So, I kind of did say I was gonna do top 10, but after listing all the 10s, like I couldn't fit all of them in one. So I decided to length it and make it top 20. It's just one of the main things that you guys should, get to know about me. Some of them I grew up kind of just like loving and made me want to watch anime a lot more. And some of them are just kind of new that I just got into, and I was just like, ooh, I love this. Playlist right here. And I wrote some notes after that. So I will be having this a little bit around me. Let's start with number 1, and that is Maid-sama. So, I think I wrote some notes on the relationship between Mizaki and Usui. Just really grows, and the end kind of, I'm not gonna really ruin too much of anything, but like the ending kind of made me mad a little bit, because it's just like, oh, that's it, there's nothing else to it, but I heard a knock at the door. Fun fact about it is, like, she works at a maid cafe, so there's that in the word Maid-sama. So, corpse party. This chair just makes like a funny noise. It's one of those animes that are very gory and very detailed when it comes to it, and that's just something I'm into. Like, I don't know if I'm a psychopath. Like, basically these friends that like do a charm, and they think it's like a friendship charm that keeps them together, but it's actually a ritual that sends them to a elementary school that's full of like murdered people, and the spirits of murdered people come to find out that they ended up being in that same position doing that charm, and then being transported there just to get killed by like random serial killers or even spirits. Like, it kind of just messes you up a little bit. So the ending really messed me up. Not gonna ruin the ending, but it messed me up. I was like, alright, so the next one is Elfen Lied. Basically about like these mutated humans called the Declori, something like that. It revolves around this girl named Lucy who grew up being tormented and stuff like that. She's known as the Queen Declori. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, but she's kind of an anti-hero. Lucy is my favorite character. She's the main one, but she's obviously a main one because for a reason. So, there's that one. Next one is Vampire Knight. I do enjoy this one. I don't remember if it's 2 divided schools or just one school where the humans go during the day and then the vampires walk amongst the night, so they go during the night. I think it's like 2 students on guard for the 2 students for the humans and 2 students for the vampires that guard, basically making sure humans and vampires don't like collide or anything, or like get into a tumble with each other. It's like a love triangle with all these like instances that happen along the way. So there's that. So I think we're at number 5, I believe, and that's gonna be Dragon Ball Z. I know you guys were waiting for this one, and of course it's gonna be my top 20. So my favorite character is Vegeta. He may seem like a savage, and he is at first, but then when Bulma and future Trunks come in, and like he finds out that Trunks is his son and everything, like it gets intense. Vegeta clearly shows that he does love his family, and I really love him. Like, I love him so much. So there's that. The next one is Cowboy Bebop. There was something about like the futuristic bounty hunter vibe that just, and the fact that it was made in the 90s and everything, so it was like the art style was just a 90s vibe, and I really loved it. It's like bounty hunters but in the future, and I really love the art style when they like go in space and everything, when they have spaceships, like not spaceships, but they have like yeah, let's just call them spaceships. Okay guys, I'm in my car now because, I don't know, I just don't want you guys to not be able to hear me because I kind of talk a little quiet, you know. So I believe we're on the 7th one, and that's where I left off. It was Inuyasha. So, basically like a half dog, half demon person. He's like he's a samurai. Don't quote me on that. He's just on a journey with this girl who like shoots bow and arrows and stuff, and he's just trying to find shattered pieces of this jewel that can like be put together and help him turn into a full demon. He shows feelings towards her, and she shows a lot of feelings towards him. So I don't know if this is just like a love story that never happened, or like, I just hate it when it comes to like love stories in anime because they drag it on for so long, and they're either together or they just cut it off when they tell their feelings, and you know nothing after that, you know. I just like how the journey goes because of they made a lot of friends along the way, and it was a long journey, but it was pretty interesting, so it just made me want to keep watching it and stuff. So 8th one is going to be Demon Slayer. Oh yeah, Demon Slayer, we all up in here Demon Slaying. Look at these curls, guys. I like this angle for some reason. I know like once I like film it, it's gonna look like a different kind of angle, but this angle right here, it looks pretty good. It's basically about this main character. His family was slaughtered and killed by these demons, and the title Demon Slayer comes in because there is a group of an elite group who kills these demons to try to find the demons who slaughtered his family, and his sister ends up being I wouldn't use the term infected, but she's like slowly becoming a demon. So they're just trying to like, you know, there's all that, you know. It's a lot, you know. So the next one is the Neon Genesis. Like you guys are gonna see the title right next to me, so you guys already know. When it comes to like futuristic like robot fighting shows, I'm just not into it as much. Like it just becomes confusing to me, but this one, it just really, there's just something about it that just made me like want to watch more, and I ended up watching all of it, of course. And I just really like the 90s vibe of all these robots, you know, fighting robots, and it's just a Link story, you know. It just happens how it happens. So the next one, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What I liked about it is because of the characters that are solely connected to like old rock bands or just bands in general, and that's what I really liked about it, because most of the bands I actually listen to, it'll happen. I like when you connect anime to like modern things, and most of those things is music. They sold it pretty good. I really liked it. So I don't know what number we're at. I'm just kind of going down my list. So the next one is going to be One Punch Man. One Punch! Personally, if you want to watch something funny, it's funny, guys. Like, trust me. It's just so funny, and I love the characters in there. They just went really well together, so. Alright, so the next one, Naruto. 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 Itachi's death really hit me, especially when he was like, they made it seem like he was so evil, and then in the end, when it was too late, it just kind of like, they showed the real reason why he did what he did, and it's just like, wow, like. But he was one of my favorite characters. One of my other favorite characters is Hinata and Kakashi. They're like my three main characters that I really enjoyed watching. And stuff like that. There's a lady like going ahead. So the next one is My Hero Academia. I really liked how they connected everyone and the characters and showed a lot more than just Deku, you know?
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Plus!
I think my favorite character would be the Raven guy. I'm just calling him the Raven guy. I don't remember his name, but I really liked his power. Like, even if his weakness was that, like, his shadow that he casts, it only gets stronger by darkness. So I'm using bobby pins to kind of like fix this. So the next one is, I think this is one of the first animes that I watched, and it made me fall in love with like animes that did involve like fighting and gruesomeness, like Dragon Ball Z, and that is Berserk. There's not really much to it, but I enjoyed this anime because of the fighting and the gore, and it was just so badass to the point where I'm just like, whoa, I mess with this. Like, I'm definitely going for this. So, next one, Bleach. Of course, we all know my favorite character if you don't follow me on TikTok, but Yurichi. I want to cosplay her really bad in the fight between her and this other character. I forgot her name, but that was a really good battle. Like, that was a really good cat fight, if we all being honest, when it came to women versus women, okay? Rikua, or Ryuka, you know who I'm talking about. The one who basically turned him into turn Ichigo into what he is. I just don't like how they portrayed her. I feel like they should have, I hope when they make this, when they continue the Bleach series, do something good with Rikua, because she just deserved a lot more, you know. She was the one that basically turned Ichigo into a Soul Reaper, and all of a sudden she's over here getting captured and just so easily and being saved. Like, she's the damsel in distress. No. She is known as the one who gave Ichigo his powers and taught him everything he should know. And yeah. Alright, so the next one is Psycho-Pass. There's this woman who becomes a police officer, and she believes in humanity and order, but the thing is, there is a new leader that comes in, and he's like a criminal mind leader, and he tries to sell out as like this perfect, image of his take on humanity and how he should fix it or whatever, and she's like, nah. She's like, I don't mess with you. Like, I feel like you guys should watch these by now, you know? If you guys watch anime, these are like the main ones that you guys should have watched before. Alright, so the next one, Dorora. This mystery biker chick who's really like this badass girl. She has a body, okay? Let me tell y'all. And turns out she's known as like the headless woman. And there's a group of kids that come along just being mixed up in this. There's two other characters. that are my two favorite ones. I don't remember their names, but... So the next one, guys, is Death Note. I bet you guys were like wondering when I was gonna like say this one. You know, Light's dad is a police investigator, so he has that mindset of like what he should do, and like if this, like he's always prepared. Like he knows like if I do this, then I gotta do this. If I do this, I'm gonna get found out like this. It's like one being step ahead of the other. So, you know, my good boy Ryuk, he's over here just chilling. My Shinigami, over here just chilling, watching everything unravel and everything. So, yeah. The next one is Ghost in the Shell. I'm not pronouncing it right, but Major Myra, she was in a terrible crash and then wakes up, and basically she is rebuilt into like a bionic soldier. Like she's a badass. Okay, so last one, which is Attack on Titan. It's just kind of traumatizing in a way, because like there are instances where there are people that end up dying, even like families, and they do show that. It's kind of it's like Corpse Party and Elfen Lied, so it's very graphic, and if you're just not into stuff like that, don't watch it. That was everything. I'm not really an expert on going deep into everything and just extracting it and having that information, you know. I'm just in it to like enjoy it. If you have any other animes that you enjoyed that I haven't listed, just, you know, comment down below and everything. But that's if I can turn on the comments. For some reason in my last two videos the comments weren't turned on. I don't understand, you know. Yeah, that was my top 20 anime, and I will see you guys in my next video.